Hi, today we're talking about the Mefarshim activity for Tanakh classes. This is one of the most challenging but also most interesting ways to earn your merit badges, and it involves exploring the Mefarshim. So you'll access this document through Symbaloo. I'll have that on there. And you'll find on this document that there's a little brief explanation about who the Mefarshim are. They're commentators, mostly from the Middle Ages, from different locations in Europe, and also beyond. And your job is laid out here. So let's just do a quick tour here. Step one is you're going to locate 4 places in whatever the text is that we're currently working on where you find a kushia. And a kushia is just a fancy word for something surprising in the text. And here are some examples of things that are surprising. A really typical one is that a character acts in a way that is surprising based on what you expect them to do. But maybe there's plot details that are funny, or the language of the text contradicts itself, or the language of the text itself is weird. I'm going to change the spelling on that. Or maybe there's a philosophical problem in the text where you read it and you go, that doesn't seem fair, doesn't seem right. And you're going to write those kushiot here. Kushia 1, somewhere else in the text, kushia 2, kushia 3, kushia 4. And in a lot of cases, the kushiot will be, you could actually just use whatever it was that you wrote that struck you in the text, the yellow column from your texts, you could use those for this. So you're already most of the way done with finding your kushiot. The next step after you do that is you go to the Symbaloo here, and you're going to find the tab on here that brings you to the Mefarshim commentary that's relevant for your text. The Mefarshim symbol will always be this Meforash who's speaking to us, the students. So that's the symbol for Mefarshim. Just make sure it's the right text. And once you open it, you'll see it'll bring you to a PDF. It'll start like this, and then you click on that. It's kind of a 2-step process. And it opens up on your computer. And now you can locate it based on the chapter number. Here's chapter 19, and follow the verses. In some cases, your computer may be able to even do a Control F find. It depends on what program you're using, and you can look for certain words. So locate the verse that's relevant to what you're looking at and see what the different commentators say. On this page, we have Rashi speaking, Rashbam, Ibn Ezra, Nachmanides, and there's some additional commentary below, which Sforno, Bechor Shor, some other ones as well. So look and see which commentators are the most interesting to you. And in this column, say which commentator it is and explain what they say in your own language. I ask you to do between 2 and 3. If you find 3 interesting ones, go for it. And if any of the commentators agree with your own best explanation that you already gave here, highlight them, because it's great to notice that when you and a medieval commentator are thinking in the same direction. It's kind of a good feeling. And then once you've noticed what the different commentators are saying, talk about how they're different from each other. Sometimes the difference can be minor, but sometimes it can have a major effect on what the text means or who the characters are. So what's the difference between them? How does the difference matter? How does it affect the text? Does it change anything about the text in terms of your understanding? And which do you prefer and why? In a lot of cases, you may find that some of the commentary feels like a stretch, or you may feel like it's not inspiring, or it is inspiring. Maybe it's logical, or maybe it is logical, and I'm curious to know which one are you the most interested in. I also ask you to, once you're done with that, to find a picture, which you can get from the internet. And if you are not sure how to get a picture onto a document, go to YouTube and search Wolk or Wolkenstein and drag picture. On YouTube. It'll show you a movie how to do it. Wolkenstein, drag picture on YouTube. And put a picture here, the name of the commentator, what year they were alive, and where were they from and where did they live. It'll give you a sense of when these people lived relative to each other. So that's how you do your commentator merit badge. The exact number of them I will probably put at the top of this document and update it as necessary. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing what you come up with.